Hi, welcome. Today I would like to discuss how you can create a React Native app for Android. So I have created a video for iOS that you should take a look because some of the steps for creating the React Native app are common. So you can go to my website and search for that video, which essentially the next step is once you have done that, what you can run the step is called npm run eject, and once you do an eject of your project, it should be able to create an Android folder and an iOS folder. And what we want to do is in the Android, open the project in Android Studio. So let me just show you how you can do that. You start up your Android Studio. It says open up an existing Android Studio project. You go to your project, and my project right now is under React Native because I used the eject. So I can just click on that folder and open it. And once you open the folder, you want to make sure your simulator is started. And I have already started the simulator, but I can show you how you can start it if you have never done this before. And this process is going on here. So the way to do this is essentially go into your AVD manager and find out your virtual devices or simulator. In this case, I have this one, and you can just press on this symbol to start it. I'm not going to do this right now because I've already started this, and we can look at our simulator here. So here you can see my simulator is already running. So once you have that, other thing you want to do is make sure your React Native debugger is working on port 8081, and you can just run this command from the command line, or you can also find the React Native debugger from here. But all you need to make sure is running on port 8081, so we can connect to it. So I have already done that, and you can see my debugger is really running here right now. So once you have done that, all you need to do is to get your app installed on this simulator is to run npm run Android, and which I'm going to show. I've already run this once before, but I will show it to you, the output and as to what it does. So it is doing some configuration running through the building. First time it might take a little bit longer. The second time around, the build is usually much faster because it will only build things that need to be rebuilt again. And then it is going to install your APK on your simulator. So let's just see if it goes through. And this time it did go through, and so we should have our app basically now running in the simulator. Here you can see. Let me see what's going on in the, okay, so it stopped in the React Native debugger. So you say paused on the breakpoint, and you can see app.js, you can stop over here. And in this case, I'm going to let the execution of the script continue. So what we had shown should show up here. So you can see that our app is basically showing here the starter app. Also, as you can also see, what you can do is find out the views and styling for your app here. And I'm going to go here and see what it is. Here you can see this is the styling, and I can change it. Let's say I can change it to color blue here, for example. And if you go here, you can see the background has been changed to that. So you can adjust your background and play around with this. React Native debugger is a much nicer interface. You can also stop in your JavaScript and debug that. And another thing to take a look is in the console. You can also see how you can print and see what's happening in the console. So let me show the app here, for example, that the starter app that gets built. If you look at your starter app, we have these things, and it's showing up. So I can just change it here. So this is cool, and it should show up. And what we can do inside our render function is also do a console.log, for example, to see for debugging. So we can do console.log my app test. And here you can see the style which we were modifying, because these are the styles that were being applied here from the container style sheet.create. But here we have done that. So let's see if in the debugger we can reload this. To reload, what you can do is hit Command M on the Mac, and you can just say reload, and this should run. So here you can see the log message from the app came up here, my app test, and you can usually see it here. This was our console.logging. So you have a very nice experience in the React Native debugger, and you also have it running in the simulator, and you can see the what text we added is also showing up. So that's pretty much how you can run and create React Native apps in Android. And in the later series, I will talk about more specific ways of how you do the styling and how you do React Native specific things for iOS and Android. Thank you for watching this short screencast, and you have a great day.